This is how you can negotiate with college coaches to get the most football scholarship money possible. And not only did I use this strategy, but one of my mentees went from a 50% to a 92% scholarship offer. And in this video, I'll show you the 7 steps we took so you can confidently negotiate with college coaches as well. Step 1, understand the entire offer. It's really important to understand the entire offer. Just because a coach offers you a scholarship doesn't mean it's a full ride. And in most cases at the Division II or the NAIA level, they aren't full scholarships. So we've got to ask the right questions to find out what the entire offer is, as well as what's covered in the scholarship. Athletic scholarships may include tuition, fees, room, board, and books, depending on the coach's allocation. So it's really important to understand what percentage is actually covered, as well as what's covered in the offer itself. You'll also want to know all the different types of scholarships or grants you could stack on to that athletic scholarship we'll cover in just a little bit. A few more questions you'll absolutely want to ask to understand the offer are, how much time do I have to make a decision on the offer? And are there opportunities to increase the scholarship amount in the future? Many parents and athletes will kind of go blind saying, I've received a few offers without knowing what actually is included, so you have the ability to negotiate and get more money. So step 1, don't be afraid to ask detailed questions so you understand the entire offer. Step 2, gauge the coach's interest. The reason this is so important is because the more the coach wants you, the more money you'll be able to get. So it's really critical that you know what the coach's interest level is in your son. Stronger interest means more negotiation leverage. I talk all the time about starting to reach out to college coaches, even when you're a freshman and a sophomore, and this is why it's so critical. The more relationships that you have, the more time you've spent with them, the better of an outcome you're gonna get, the easier you're gonna be able to negotiate. Scholarship money also becomes scarcer later in the process. So the earlier you are, the more money they're gonna have for you. Step 3, leverage scholarship stacking. Now you can use the concept of scholarship stacking to really maximize the amount of money you can get. This includes athletic scholarships, which are based on athletic performance, academic scholarships based on GPA and test scores, need-based aid, which is grants or loans based on financial need, external scholarships, which are awards from outside organizations, or institutional aid, which are grants or scholarships from the university that are not tied to athletics or academics. Like one of my mentees, Cooper King, who had received a 50% athletic scholarship offer. However, we went back and forth and negotiated with that coach and ended up going from a 50% all the way to a 92% scholarship offer at a Division II program. And we were able to do that because we were scholarship stacking. So now knowing how many scholarships are available per division is gonna really help you to understand how much money they could potentially have. For example, Division I now has 105 full scholarships. Division II has 36, while NAIA has 24. So what these Division II and other smaller programs do is they take their scholarships and they split them up. Obviously, there's more than 36 players on a team, so they're gonna split up those scholarships. However, the players that they want the most are gonna get the majority of the money. Now, I created an entire chart on the scholarship stacking, how it works, and all of these steps, and I'll leave a link in the description below where you can grab it, and as always, it's completely free. The bottom line here is you wanna work with the school's financial aid department as well as the coaches to identify all possible financial aid opportunities that can be stacked with the athletic scholarship. Step 4, highlight your son's value. Now, when it comes to actually communicating with the coaches, it's gonna be really important that you remind the coaches how valuable your son is to their team. You're really gonna wanna emphasize what sets him apart: leadership, stats, academic performance, or unique qualities. Another thing you're absolutely gonna want to use is competing offers. A lot of parents and athletes ask me, should I share that I have other offers with these coaches? And the answer is absolutely. The more leverage you can grab during the negotiation process, the more money you're gonna get. And getting other scholarship offers is gonna absolutely give you more leverage. And that's why it's so important starting your freshman year that you start doing outreach to college coaches so that by the time you're a sophomore and you're a junior, you already have scholarship offers. Step 5. Ask and negotiate with confidence. Now, when it comes to actually negotiating with coaches, you absolutely want to be in person or over the phone. You definitely do not want to negotiate over text or DM. When you're in person or over the phone, it's way easier to talk through all of the different options. And with text, more than likely, you're going to get short, simple responses without them thinking about all the different ways that you may be able to stack offers and where they can find money. And always ask for the increase. Most parents and athletes get a scholarship offer and they take it for face value. However, negotiation is part of the process. And a lot of times coaches will extend offers at a low value amount, knowing that some parents and athletes that watch this video are going to negotiate, so they leave some wiggle room. So you can ask some really good questions like, is there room to improve the financial package to get us closer to full tuition? And lastly, it's really important to avoid ultimatums. Just like you, coaches don't like ultimatums. So instead, position the negotiation as a partnership to achieve the best outcome for both parties. Step 6, evaluate and finalize the best offer. Every situation is different, but sometimes you might have a way better opportunity, but they're giving you less money than school B, who may be giving you more money, but the odds of you playing there could be really low. So it's really important to consider all the different factors. Consider academics, campus culture, long-term opportunities, football opportunities within the program. A simple way to do that is to create a side-by-side comparison of the different offers. Factor in financial and non-financial benefit, then you can make an educated decision and discuss as a family. And step 7, be ready to accept or walk away. For example, in Cooper's scenario, the coach was able to go from 50% and then with scholarship stacking, get him to 92%. However, Cooper needed to make a decision right then and there, and he was prepared to do so. He knew that if they were able to get him over 90%, then he would move forward. And so he was able to use that in his leverage. So it's really important to have an idea of what you'd be willing to accept before going into the negotiation. This will give you more leverage during your ask. It's also important to understand that walking away could be the better option if the offer doesn't meet your expectations. So communicate your decision respectfully and keep the door open for future opportunities if you decline the offer. Now, with all that said, I will say it's really important that you go into every conversation with a coach when you're getting ready to negotiate with gratitude and professionalism. It's really important that you continue to thank the coach for the opportunity to be even in the position to negotiate a scholarship offer. The more that you're professional and you're grateful, the more that they're gonna be willing to work with you, of course, depending on their interests. And lastly, like I mentioned earlier, I did create a guide with all 7 steps, what to do at each step, as well as a chart that goes over the scholarship stacking so that you can negotiate the best scholarships as well. And I'll leave a link in the description below where you can download it completely free. And if you liked this video and you'd like to see more videos just like it, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you've ever been ghosted by college coaches and you'd like to know how to follow up so that they finally respond back to you, then you're gonna wanna watch this video right here.